Many people, as they reach middle age, often blame aging whenever they feel their legs getting weaker, find it harder to climb stairs, or feel more easily fatigued when walking briskly. But the truth isn't that simple. The weakening of your legs and the sluggishness in your steps might not be caused by aging alone. It could also be linked to what you're eating every day. Common foods that seem harmless might actually be silently damaging your muscles, blood vessels, and joints, gradually robbing your legs of their strength without you even realizing it. The good news is, you can take control and stop this process. By simply adjusting your diet and avoiding certain groups of foods that steal your body's strength, you'll quickly notice a difference: lighter steps, quicker reflexes, and most importantly, the freedom to move as you wish. In today's content, we'll explore together 5 common types of food that are silently draining the strength from your legs, and some healthier alternatives to help you naturally restore flexibility and strength. If you're truly serious about your health, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss other helpful content. Also, feel free to share. Have you ever felt like your legs just aren't as responsive as they used to be? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Now, let's get started. 1. Deep-fried and fast foods, the hidden enemy of leg strength. The irresistible aroma of crispy golden fries or perfectly fried chicken can tempt almost anyone. But behind that tempting appeal lies a major threat that quietly damages the health of your legs every single day. Deep-fried foods, especially from fast food restaurants, are packed with extremely high levels of trans fats. These are artificial fats known to trigger chronic inflammation throughout the body. A silent but persistent process that wears down your muscles, weakens your circulatory system, and accelerates the degeneration of bones and joints. On top of that, regularly consuming fried foods reduces blood flow to the legs. When circulation is poor, essential oxygen and nutrients can't reach your muscles adequately, causing the muscle fibers in your legs to weaken, your reflexes to slow, and fatigue to set in much faster. Another issue that often goes unnoticed: fast food chains usually reuse frying oil multiple times, generating harmful oxidized compounds and free radicals that severely damage muscle cells and blood vessel walls. Every time you indulge in a crispy fried treat, you're silently accumulating more damage inside your body. Of course, you don't have to completely give up the pleasure of delicious food. A simpler way is to change your cooking methods. Instead of frying, try baking, steaming, or using an air fryer to significantly cut down on bad fats. Familiar dishes like baked potatoes, pan-seared fish, or herb-marinated roasted chicken not only retain their mouth-watering flavors, but also help protect your muscles and circulation in the long run. Every meal is a choice, either to build up or break down your body's strength. Start with the smallest changes. 2. Processed meats, a daily habit that's quietly stealing leg strength from older adults. Sausages, deli meats, ham, bacon. They may sound harmless and convenient, but hidden beneath the surface, they contain large amounts of salt, nitrates, and preservatives, direct culprits that weaken muscles, especially those in your legs. Nitrates, commonly found in processed meats, are converted into nitrosamines in the body, damaging blood vessel walls and restricting blood flow to muscles and bones. When the supply of oxygen and essential nutrients is limited, muscles gradually lose their strength, endurance, and ability to recover after activity. At the same time, the high salt content in processed meats causes the body to retain water, leading to swelling, putting extra pressure on the circulatory system and joints. As a result, your legs may feel heavy, swollen, and lose the flexibility needed for simple activities like standing up, walking, or climbing stairs. Even more seriously, the habit of consuming processed meats increases chronic inflammation in the body. Over time, this inflammation destroys muscle fibers, reduces elasticity, and slows down nerve reflexes, a critical factor for maintaining balance and preventing falls. Many older adults complain about feeling unsteady, weak-legged, or tripping easily, without realizing that the culprit could be hiding in that quick breakfast sandwich they grab each morning. Notably, preservatives like nitrites are also linked to peripheral nerve damage, slowing down the signals sent from the brain to the leg muscles, disrupting the smooth coordination between thought and movement. The result? Slower, clumsier steps, and a greater risk of losing balance. To protect your legs, you don't need to give up meat altogether. Just make smarter choices. Prioritize fresh, unprocessed meats like chicken, fish, eggs, and tofu. These are clean and protein sources that nourish your muscles without burdening your body with harmful chemicals. If you want to maintain strong legs for the long haul, start cutting back on those slices of deli meat at breakfast and the sausages at dinner. Every time you give up a harmful food, you're taking a stronger, steadier step toward a healthier future. Remember, muscles don't weaken as quickly from aging as we often think. They weaken from bad habits repeated day after day. Change your habits today, and your legs will thank you for years to come. 3. Processed sugar, the sweet saboteur of leg strength. Every day, many older adults start their morning with a sweetened coffee, a pastry, or a bowl of nutritious cereal, without realizing that these foods packed with refined sugar are gradually weakening their legs. Processed sugar, refined sugar, is a silent culprit behind the loss of muscle strength, especially in the lower body. When you consume large amounts of sugar, your blood sugar spikes dramatically, triggering an insulin response. At first, you may feel a burst of energy, but soon after, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you feeling drained, weak, and sluggish. More importantly, these constant blood sugar fluctuations promote chronic inflammation throughout the body, a slow but steady process of destruction. Inflammation doesn't just damage joints, it directly erodes muscle strength and mass. Over time, your leg muscles become weaker, reflexes slow down, and the risk of falls increases significantly. It doesn't stop there. High sugar intake also interferes with the absorption of key minerals like magnesium and calcium, both crucial for effective muscle contraction and strong, healthy bones. A lack of magnesium can lead to muscle cramps and nighttime spasms, while a calcium deficiency weakens bones, making them more prone to fractures from even minor falls. Another hidden danger. Refined sugar isn't just found in candy and soda. Even foods marketed as healthy, like breakfast cereals, fruit-flavored yogurts, and bottled juices, can contain surprisingly high amounts of sugar. Older adults, whose metabolism naturally slows with age, are even more vulnerable to the damaging effects of excess sugar. So, how can you protect your leg muscles from sugar's silent attack? The solution isn't to eliminate sweetness completely, but to change its source. Prioritize natural sugars from fresh fruits, pure honey, or a few dates. These options not only provide gentle sweetness, but also supply fiber, vitamins, and minerals, all of which help stabilize blood sugar levels and nourish your muscles. Always remember, a little natural sweetness can be an ally. But even small amounts of refined sugar, consumed daily, can silently accumulate into a heavy burden on your muscles and overall health over time. 4. White bread refined carbs, the shortcut to weak legs. You might not realize it, but every slice of white bread, every instant noodle bowl, and every plate of white rice you eat daily could be quietly wearing down your muscles, especially the muscles in your legs. The problem isn't just about calories, it's the very nature of these refined carbs. When whole grains are processed into their white, polished forms, they lose almost all their fiber, B vitamins, and natural minerals. What remains is mostly simple starch, a type of carbohydrate that quickly floods your bloodstream, causing a blood sugar spike similar to eating candy. The result? Just like refined sugar, Refined carbs trigger a strong insulin response, promote chronic inflammation, and disrupt muscle stability. Leg muscles, which need steady, sustainable energy to maintain strength and balance, instead receive short bursts of quick fuel that soon run out, leaving you drained. Over time, the habit of eating refined carbs increases the risk of insulin resistance, hampers muscle fiber regeneration, weakens muscles, slows reflexes, throws off your balance, and raises the risk of falls. It doesn't end there. Refined carbs are stripped of magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins, all crucial for muscle contraction and recovery. A diet poor in these nutrients not only weakens your legs, but also slows down healing after minor injuries or stumbles. A common trap. Many people think cutting out sugar is enough, while continuing to eat plenty of white rice, white bread, and white pasta, believing they are harmless. In reality, your body breaks these down almost as fast as it would pure sugar. Each meal loaded with refined carbs pushes your body into harmful blood sugar swings, laying the foundation for the gradual decline of your muscle and joint health. The solution is simple but requires commitment. Choose slow-carb foods that retain their natural bran and germ, like brown rice, whole grain bread, rolled oats, and quinoa. These carbs release sugar into the blood slowly, helping maintain stable energy levels and nourishing your muscles instead of depleting them. If you're worried about the taste, don't be. Your palate can adapt within just 1 to 2 weeks. Soon you'll notice a clear difference: less heaviness, stronger, steadier steps, and greater flexibility overall. Remember, your legs don't just need exercise, they need the right fuel. Refined carbs are like putting watered-down fuel into an engine. It might run for a while, but eventually the system breaks down. Whole grains, on the other hand, are clean, powerful fuel, helping you move strongly and steadily every single day. 5. High-sodium foods, the silent killer that wastes away. Leg muscles, you might be diligent with your workouts, eat enough protein, and even keep refined sugar in check. But if your daily salt intake quietly exceeds healthy limits, your legs will still weaken, slowly but surely. Sodium plays an essential role in regulating water balance and electrolytes in the body. But when sodium levels become excessive, this natural mechanism turns against you. Instead of supporting movement, high sodium causes water retention, blood vessel constriction, and worse, disrupts normal muscle function. One of the first effects is reduced blood flow to the lower limbs. Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to the muscles. When circulation is impaired, your legs tire more easily, recover more slowly, and become prone to cramping, numbness, and even stiffness after light activity. Have you ever felt like your calves were heavy as lead after a salty meal? Or woken up to find your ankles swollen, making each step sluggish and uncomfortable? That's not simply aging. It's a direct result of excess sodium squeezing the tiny blood vessels that nourish your legs. But the harm from too much salt doesn't stop with muscle fatigue. Persistently, high sodium levels interfere with calcium absorption, critical for maintaining strong bone density. Weak bones combined with fatigued muscles create the perfect storm for fractures, even from minor slips or simple missteps. The real challenge? Salt is hidden everywhere. It's not just in obviously salty foods like pickles, preserved meats, or salty sauces. It lurks in white bread, canned goods, bottled sauces, and even foods labeled as healthy, like low-fat canned soups and so-called nutritious snacks. Just one serving of instant noodles can contain up to 1,500 milliliters of sodium, nearly 2/3 of the maximum amount you should consume in an entire day. A plate of fried fast food can be even worse, loaded with both oxidized oils and deadly amounts of sodium. So, what's the realistic solution? First, don't go to the extreme of eliminating salt completely. Your body still needs sodium for basic survival functions. Instead, you should Prioritize fresh foods over processed ones. Season your meals at home using natural sea salt or Himalayan pink salt in controlled amounts. Increase your intake of potassium-rich foods like avocados, bananas, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens to help balance sodium levels in the body. Drink plenty of water, as hydration helps your kidneys flush out excess sodium. One extremely important note: if you've already reduced your salt intake but still experience swelling or muscle weakness, it's time to get tested. Certain kidney or cardiovascular conditions are closely linked to the body's inability to manage sodium properly. Now you can see it clearly. Most of the decline in strength, the unsteadiness, and the heavy fatigue in your calves have a silent cause: the gradual accumulation of poor food choices over time. It's not just one, but 5 common types of foods: deep-fried items, processed meats, white bread, high-sodium foods, and refined sugar, that are steadily eroding your muscles and wearing down your endurance every single day. The good news is, everything can be reversed. All it takes is for you to start making changes today, even with the smallest decisions. A low-sodium, home-cooked meal. Saying no to a salty snack when you're hungry. Choosing whole grain bread instead of white bread. These small changes, repeated day after day, will add up to a big difference in your muscle strength, flexibility, and freedom of movement in the years to come. Remember, age may just be a number, but your ability to walk confidently, climb stairs without exhaustion, and stand firmly in life depends heavily on what you choose to eat each day. The choices you make today will determine how you walk tomorrow. If you found the information in this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your family and friends, especially those struggling with leg strength issues. A small change today could preserve their independence and health for the future. And to make sure you don't miss out on more practical health tips, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. We have plenty of valuable content waiting for you ahead.